We got an update. You remember this cop, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you should. She made headway all over here. She's claiming she was Tryst, claiming that she was groomed by her fellow officers. Well, yeah. Check this out. Here we go.
This is an update. Tennessee cop involved in a Tryst claims was groomed by the police. Let's put the picture up for Matt.
This is her.
Tennessee cop Megan Hall, 26 years
Megan
old,
Hall,
who was fired over numerous sexual trysts with other officers, claims in a new federal lawsuit that she was sexually groomed by her department superiors. This is a hell of a story. You got to pay attention. Hall was fired in January after affairs with 5 other cops became public. Hall, who blamed a troubled marriage for the affairs, claims she felt trapped and exploited among the all-male ranks of the L.A. Byrne Police Department. Now, let me say this. When this first happened, who was the face of the story? It was her.
Yeah.
She was the face of the story. She was, at a time, the only face of the story, even though, according to the articles written initially, her supervisors were the ones having sexual relations with her. Now, I'm not defending the actions of any of them.
Let me stop there for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she was made like that because she may have words that she was giving up. She was giving up to fellatio to all the officers in the department. Yes, she was. Now she's claiming, oh, I was groomed. They took advantage of me. Yeah, honey, sweetie, you had no problem spreading them legs open wide than Nick Cola, spreading wide open for a bottle of booze. Yeah, but you had no problem doing that. Now she wants to play victim. Ha ha ha. It doesn't work like that. Now that's a real update for you, ladies and gentlemen.
These cops, they were adults. But do you not find it ironic?
Yeah.
That the 5 men who were engaged in this misconduct.
Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be this misconduct, but she was one offering up the sexual preferences. Yes. These 5 officers, these 5 men, yes, they participated in one, but the sex was consensual. Now she's going to claim she was groomed. Oh, they coerced her.
Had no picture of them in any of the reporting initially. It was only her. There's more.
Here we go.
According to the 51-page federal lawsuit, where Miss Hall sought role models at her new job, she instead found predators. The lawsuit says, in place of offering professional development, her supervisors and the chief of police groomed her for sexual exploitation. They colluded in using their authority to systematically disarm her resistance and entrap her in degrading and abusive sexual relationships, even sharing tips on the best ways to manipulate and exploit her. The suit claims Hall, who had a history of mental illness, felt trapped, and in an attempt to escape, she nearly killed herself. Now remember, she's the police now.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm bringing this up for a few reasons. Number one, she has now said, yeah, I had a history of mental health, okay? A mental health disorder. She's still the police. In addition to that, if they'll treat another cop this way, how do you think they'll treat you? Like, if they'll treat another person in blue in this manner, how do you think they would treat your children? There's more. In an interview during an internal investigation, the young cop admitted she performed sex acts on duty and on police property and had a threesome with one cop and his wife. Hall told the investigator she got stupid and got desperate in the midst of a divorce.
Okay.
All right, let's put them up. Hall was 24 when she first applied to the force in 2020, claims she first became sexually involved with Sergeant Superior Lewis Powell. This was early last year. The lawsuit says Powell learned Hall was going through marital problems and positioned himself as a reliable source of companionship and advice regarding Hall's career and her marriage. Sergeant Powell persisted in requests for sex despite Ms. Hall's resistance. It said eventually Ms. Hall gave in to Sergeant Powell's request for sexual favors. She said when she tried to break off the affair, Powell threatened to kill himself. Now, do I flat out believe everything that she's saying? No.
No, I don't either.
I don't know exactly who to believe. I do know this. It's chaotic.
Yes, it is.
But probably normative.
It's probably normative, but it's chaotic. It's like a Category 3 hurricane. It's a shitstorm. Is she innocent in the whole thing? Absolutely not. But do I think they did coerce her for sexual murder? Yeah, I do. But you know what? We'll add to this. It takes two to tango, baby. It does.
But this kind of behavior to happen inside of the ranks of police departments throughout this country. There's more.
Here we go. Oh, baby, this gets better.
Exploitation continued with power led to other encounters with officers. Top row, left to right. You got Larry Holiday, Patrick McGlashow, T.Y. McGowan. Bottom row, left to right, Juan Lugo Perez, Gavin Skullbarrel, and Detective Seneca Shields.
There you go.
Lugo Perez and McGowan and Shields were actually fired, while the other cops kept their jobs but were, in fact, suspended. Earlier this month, put them up, the police chief, Beryl Chip Davis, was also fired. All claims Davis encouraged this behavior as shared in the pornography and sexual fantasy of mutually abusing Ms. Hall with his trusted supervisor, T.Y. McGowan. Isn't that something? Woo. She also said Davis once asked her to come into his office,
this story's deep, baby.
Him, tried to get her to agree to lunch dates, and described her clothing as hot girl summer-ish. The lawsuit names the city, Powell, McGowan, and Davis as defendants. It seeks an unspecified amount in damages for lost wages, medical expenses, mental suffering, emotional distress, and reputational harm. And I'm sure these guys are saying to their families and their wives, this lion. Well, listen, maybe if you all would have a department that has professional standards, at least to the degree of the fast food restaurant I worked at as a teenager, you would not be here. Miss Dog's thoughts.
Shit, man, when I worked at Hot Topic way back 25 years ago when I was just getting out of high school, there was more professional men in there than there's in this police department. Ho-ho!
Her grooming argument is really unique and might be really hard to prove. She was an adult, and, you know, we don't see kind of that grooming argument in that kind of a situation. Definitely some sort of like sexual harassment claim is easier, especially since somebody was a superior.
Why wasn't that made? Let me ask you this legally, because it doesn't matter if she agreed. If it is a superior and they are involved in a sexual relationship and you cannot prove some kind of prerequisite relationship, why is it that they did not make that claim? Because that seems to be the easiest claim here, because it doesn't require that she said no at any time.
Right, exactly. Like, you can't consent when you're in a superior, like a lower position of power. I was wondering if it was something unique to police departments. That's what I was kind of thinking when I was hearing that story. Perhaps there's something along those lines, because otherwise that would have been much easier for her. And this, I think, is going to be a lot harder. It makes me feel, though, for women like her, are in an all-male culture. This is very tricky, you know, whether or not, you know, if this is accurate, then great, she did it. And if it's not, it ends up hurting women who are in those kind of positions.
Yeah. I always say it kind of taints and tarnishes the reputation of women, especially police officers that are sorely unprofessional. Like I said, I've been hearing stories about this woman for quite a while. Well, now we got exclusive update, and here it is. It is absolutely crazy. Anyways, I'm out of here. Y'all, peace out.